Wow. Jake, it's so inspiring what you're saying. And Melissa, I mean, I'm spinning out in so many ways. I think for me, again, because I love bringing it down into something again, because that's the practice, is how do we flip it? How do we turn it around? So the one thing is this, we have to change direction. We have to change our focus. And our focus for the last, I don't know, it really was since the industrialization of education, even, where we looked at product and production and what's the outcome and what do we want. In fact, who do we want to work and how do we want them to work? And we're looking at the situation that we need scientists, we need mathematics, we need whatever it is. And we've got to a stage in life where it's absolutely impossible to see what next year will need in terms of working people. What is really clear, and it has been clear for a long, long time, is that we have no idea. And really what we need is we need people who are flexible, agile, fit, enthusiastic, can get hold of anything, can be creative in the moment, and basically be what you're saying, Melissa, be themselves. Because if you're not yourself, then who the heck are you? So that's the starting point. So if you're not yourself, you're lost already. So not lose ourselves. So we have to change our focus from outcomes to the human being. And what does the human being need to flourish? I mean, you talk about that a lot. And so I think what's really important is that, so there are two things I want to add, is that there's simple things, and we came to this in South Africa in our pilot work that we did. What do we need so that children can flourish in the country in all kinds of settings, all different settings, very diverse settings, also from wealthy to absolute extreme poverty? And what we came up with as a very practical word and name for a whole strategy with a budget was called, it was a Zulu word that means acts of kindness. It's unbelievable. And they have one word for it, and it's called umusa. If I have umusa, I have a place where there are acts of kindness. That's where they live. So wherever we are, in whatever setting, there are acts of kindness, which means exactly what you were saying at the beginning. We want children to be in child-friendly environments. If children are happy, then obviously we'll be happy. Because if it's a child-friendly environment, I'm relaxed, I'm at ease, I am happy. So I think this whole, we can say it's a huge dream. Yes, it is, but it's actually small acts of kindness that get it going, real kindness. And then the other thing I wanted to say is, and it's related to you, Jake, what you were saying about your prefigured vision. And there's another word for that, and there's a whole practice that started about probably 30, 40 years ago called appreciative inquiry. And appreciative inquiry came out of organization development experiences, where you have an organization, you call a consultant in because you've got real problems, and they come, they say, what's the problem? And then the whole group go, oh my God, where do I even start? And there's conflict, and there's this and there's that. And by the end of the 4 hours, everybody's lying on the floor exhausted, and they don't want to talk anymore. Let's not talk about it. And so the innovation of this process, appreciative inquiry, was to recognize that the first question is a fateful question. So if you say, what's the problem? That's where you go. That's what you start with, and that's how you end, is what's the problem? And you lose all the energy of the group. So what they started off, and it's really worthwhile looking at it because you can do it in your small family, is, okay, so can you remember a time when it felt really good to be in this company? Can you tell a story? Tell the story with the details of that moment where you just felt, I'm just in the best place ever. I love being here. I am in the right place. So that's how the question is, can you remember a time when you felt most happy in a situation? And from that to then create, okay, well, if that's what made you happy, can you imagine the company creating spaces like that? So you build the vision from that. And then exactly, Jake, what you said. So what are the barriers to getting there? And what you have is an energetic group, energized, inspired. Their personal stories have been heard, so they figure in the picture. They are standing there, they're acknowledged, they're listened to, and they are empowered to then create the vision and knock down those barriers one by one, you know. So I think that's a very important strategy that we can use practically. Yeah.
Nice. Are you is that good, Mel? Did you want? Are you going to do a wrap up sort of?
Yeah, I just wanted to quickly there are a couple of things that came up when each of you so beautifully spoke. The hurdles or the challenges that we're kind of having thrown our way at this time, I really feel that these challenges are actually strengthening us. We're getting stronger each time. Yes, it can be intense. Yes, it can be deeply confronting. But once it's such an opportunity to shift that blockage within, and then how stronger I personally have felt as a result of having worked through each challenge connects me even, I feel even more fueled each time to keep going with my mission and my vision. And something else you mentioned, Carol, I've lost it. What did I want to, oh, it's gone now, but there was something really beautiful that Carol and Jake, you both mentioned before we started recording. Was Carol talked about that she's been dancing in the park before she jumped on our call today, and Jake spoke of a beautiful vision of wanting to go out with your instruments and play music. And I see such these simple, like you talked about, acts of, it's almost like an act of kindness or an act of just human expression. I feel like something so simple like that is what can be another way of pulling that vision forward, because it gives everyone else permission, like to see each other in our human expression at a time where it feels like our human expression is so suppressed. It feels even more important to be sharing our spark and our light so that we can inspire others to connect with their spark and their light. Maybe they're also wanting to dance in the park or play an instrument and going, no, I can't do that. So even more so to break through those barriers ourselves, and strengthen one another through that act. Strengthen ourselves and one another. Like tuning into that soul consciousness like you're talking about, Jake. That was such a beautiful chat. Thank you so much, both of you. It's so exciting to just, be able to dive deep with people that are so passionate about their work and are so, like, no matter what, how connected you both are to your vision and your mission is just so important right now. I feel more than ever. So thank you both so much for the work that you're doing and for your determination and your strength and coming together with me to have this discussion.